Welcome back. I just don't know how to share it. Oh, there we go. I think I did it. Let's have a look. Bro, that's sus as. We'll work it out. I might just get through it, and then if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It is being recorded on Zoom, so that's fine. Okay, so just coming through for the weekly spirit energy update. So we've recently just had this once in a lifetime Venus-led meeting in Pisces, which has activated this higher state of awakening and love, bringing a new era to your spiritual journey. So I'm feeling that like a lot along the journey have really been disheartened because of the continuous perpetual like cycle of whether that be shadow work, healing, awakening, upgrades, downloads, whatever. It just seems to be this like it's a never ending story, and like to find peace in and beyond time space seems to be like within the present moment, which is where all the presents are. It just seems to be like this continuous cycle. So I get it that like listening to energy readers or psychics or mediums or prophets, if you will, like anything of the sort, there is this notion and like this drag that it's just the same old shit that you're hearing. But if you really dissolve the ego and get out of your own way and release that judgment that's built up, you will find there is new moments within your spiritual journey. It's not just the same old shit that you hear over and over. Like you're coming back around to things because Divinity Spirit is wanting to show you something. So, brings new era to your spiritual journey, specifically online. So, it's this new birth of the AI and this new realm of interactions, soul tribe gatherings, if you will. But if you're feeling weighed down lately, hopefully I can bring you some guidance. So, the highlights over the last week have included this rare Venus-Neptune North Node conjunction, which happens in Pisces, triggering this higher awakening and this new chapter to your spiritual journey to unfold, amplified by Mercury and the Sun. So if you're feeling very strange right now, this is a key reason your system and the planet itself are recalibrating. Plus multiple transits to Chiron signal that we are asked to look at healing differently, in particular releasing ideas of not being good enough, like this lack of self-worth that runs through the spiritual community. And that's really due to bearing your cross, due to maybe even physical symptoms of awakening, stigmata, if you will, and also, being prosecuted for being indifferent, maybe. But yeah, there is this like once in a lifetime experience. This guy that just hopped on, can you let me know whether you can like hear me okay? Because this phone holder has been known to just be a piece of poo. So yeah, within this, where am I running to? I don't look like I'm running. Okay, I'm sitting. This week brings the week that's just passed, one of the year's most potent cosmic portals, a very highly rare energetic event. Like a lot of things that are happening obviously are rare due to the alignments, planetary alignments, or perception of the planetary alignments, I would say. Can you hear me? That'd be great if you could let me know if you can hear me. And I think the live streams save. Yeah, I do. So in fact, it is a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence. As Venus joins Neptune and the North Node in Pisces for an immensely potent conjunction, we are in a massively heightened time for spiritual love, like the higher heart activation and the crown chakra is really where the focus is at this time. So higher heart activation and crown chakra. It's all about awakening to your highest potential, like the soul receiving spirit. Like, I don't believe in like higher souls and stuff like that. It's just another ego to dissolve, like a grandiosis type of experience. So the self really is this separation. Oh, you can hear me loud. Great. It's all about awakening to the soul and that integration of spirit, the reception of spirit, and activating those soul templates to bridge in a higher love current into the physical reality that you're experiencing, connecting heaven and earth, if you will. This is a key time for twin flames also. So there is this portal of awakening. Our crown chakra and higher hearts are coming online in a very rapid rate of an upgrade. This week has just seen this, and this can bring strange physical symptoms and this general feeling of being off or tired or weird, like insomnia type symptoms, or your like just sleep patterns might have been disrupted. Our pre-life soul plan is being strongly activated, which means that your twin flame connection can go through spurts of reconnection and intensification. You may feel this like soul sorrow or like emotion coming out of the higher heart activation. Just allow it, intend the emotions to the central sun, just allow them to be released, surrender, and to forgive is to really forgive your emotions to the central sun, to spirit, and release anything that you've been holding on to. So if you have not been feeling aligned, it can be that you'll first have to be rattled away from people, places, situations that are not to your highest good, and this disconnection from light can seem to happen then, because a lot of our energy exchange is through other people. So there could be issues expressing this disconnection that will be flaring up, and may still be even now today on the 9th here in Australia. It's the old material, like matter, coming up to be released. So like I said, you just have to intend it to central sun, intend it to God, intend it, I'm not one to guide you all to like intend it, like return energies to the sender and all this stuff. It's like everything is for God, everything is for spirit. So just like releasing it up and like putting it in God's hands. So there's no ego, like there's no self-will, there's no free will in truth. Like the only free will that you'll truly have is to surrender your free will over to divine will, because your inheritance and all miracles and manifestations are within divine will. So there's some examples can show up and show that it may feel like separation seems worse, and health issues or abundance issues flare up at this time, or other experiences of feeling unsupported by God, by the universe, or maybe your twin soul may be flaring up. So it's a good time to go in and make sure your energy is not blocked and do some clearings, some like chakra clearings, or like color therapy, sound therapy, like whatever. Sound frequency really is within my soul tribe, there's a lot of beings that it's all about the image, like it's very visual, and the codes of the matrix and this and that may suit your color therapy, may suit your sound therapy, may suit yours, just like whatever you're guided towards. So for the ones, I'm not even going to bring up the numerology. I'm so over it, to be honest. Like, I'm really not one for the numbers, so I'm just going to let it go. I'm not guided to bring up the numbers. But yeah, soul contracts. So it is also activating a new set of soul contracts and a chapter of your soul purpose that you'll agreed upon before you perceived, like, came into this time space. You're always, like, agreeing within every moment. There is no time. Time truly is an illusion, so everything's happening here and now, infinitely in the present moment. That's where all the presents are. So this means in recent times, old soul contracts that had outworn their purpose are coming up to be resolved and then released. So that's why you might see like re-experiencing old negativity or relationship issues appear to be flaring up. This is what is going on with this conjunction. So if you seem like to be doing it consciously, that's really great. Going through to clear old soul contracts and allowing the new ones to come in, and specifically like online is what is coming through with this conjunction. So your soul is in charge of these. So if you try to do it with your mind only, you'll notice it's not very effective. You really have to move into following guidance within the heart space. Thank you, Supper. So yeah, there's this new chapter you have agreed upon for this higher version of your life through your like soul cry or your notions or prayers, your actions and intention. It's truly your intention within the heart that is seen in spirit. And as Mercury is, I don't necessarily know what this word means, Kazimi. It keeps coming up, and I wrote it down, but is a term to describe when a planet is in the heart of the sun. Yeah, so that's very interesting. We do have Mercury in the heart of the sun this week, in the eye of the sun. It can feel very confusing. It's often as if we are stunned by the strong energies. You might be in like soul shock and find it hard to perceive clearly. It can feel very disorientating. However, in this state, you can also resolve ideas, revelations, clarity, and inspirations that go far beyond what you would normally expect, especially now that Pisces Neptune is activated so strongly. So this new chapter, meditation is the key this week, says Spirit. Journal on what you receive or your experience and the signs and the angel numbers you are shown. You may have some communication from your twin higher, their soul. Your twin soul is also likely working to speak to you and bring love messages, and significant dreams may show up at this time. But yeah, there is this cosmic potential for Soul Tribe for the 144,000, the Venus and Neptune North Node, this cosmic gateway in Pisces, the exalted sign of love, will not happen again in our lifetime. Neptune leaves this home sign Pisces in March and will not return for another 165 years. So it really is this end of Pisces as well, coming into the year like 2012, like the end of Pisces really moving into the age of Aquarius. And, you know, there's a huge like emotion to go with, and the Pisces specifically are really feeling this soul release and this soul shift in times, because Aquarius is very like online, very technological, very also very etheric, but very communicative and very like extrovert, whereas Pisces really had this introvert type of love story that was going on. And you really saw this like reflect and trickle through the twin flame awakening, but really it was like a sad story because it was just this like awakening, yes, to the age of Aquarius, but not letting go of the twin fishes, like this age of Pisces. And I mean, that really, you know, the birth of Christ and Christ consciousness. So, you know, where do you go from there? Everyone keeps going back to like 3D, 4D, 5D, you know, to transcend the 3D. It's like, bro, didn't we do that like fucking how many times, like, why are we still talking about 3D? I've never resonated with that notion of 3D, 4D, 5D because, you know, it doesn't make sense. It's infinite dimensions. Why would you belittle divinity's creation and like to even talk about 5 dimensions? Like what about the 100th dimension? You know, it's like it's infinite dimensions. In truth, there is no separation. There is no such thing as dimensions. There's only one of everything. And, you know, one was really created from zero, from nothing. So, like I said, not getting into the numbers, but I'll leave it there. I think that's really all that wants to come through. It is a powerful time to push for an acceleration of ascension and awakening into spiritual unity and allowing higher codes to enter the earth plane. You probably know that you don't tend to like resonate with anything in the ways of the world anymore, because, you know, scripture really says to turn your back from the ways of the world. You are a warrior prince or a princess. You know, there is this feminine lead when Venus enters Aries and a bold action-orientated energy takes over. This is all about new beginnings in love and your spiritual path. Aries is supporting you into stepping into your warrior prince or princess energy. No more shrinking or putting everyone else first. So confidence, self-worth and soul worth and taking the lead in your life are being activated. Spirit reminds you all, you came here to shine and live fully in your truth, not to compromise to fit into others' expectations. So release judgment in comparison, release, validation outwards. There's this notion of the wounded healer coming up. As mentioned, we also have a number of Chiron transits active. Mars retrograde squares Chiron, and the Sun/Mercury are in support of him. So this is a cosmic push for healing, especially for the masculine dominant essence within everything. There is this shining light in particular. It's about bringing unhealed wounds to the surface. Wounds, the masculine, he has been denying. A key theme this week is that when we shine with the light of awareness on unhealed wounds, they lose their hold. It simply is just shining the light of awareness on a specific emotion, like energy emotion, and it will clear. The shame or guilt or fear of rejection that you'll feel of being wounded is so much worse than you're trying to hide from your darkness. Acting from pain. So Spirit shows you all that a lot of masculine dominant people are acting out their pain without realizing it, and this is something that we're pushed to look at so it can be healed. Above all, it's about childhood wounds affecting the adult life in a negative way unconsciously. You may have heard the saying, hurt people hurt people. We're entering a time when the idea of being wounded or flawed will become less stigmatized, as scripture says, like, in our weakness is when God can be strong, be made strong. We must be made less for Spirit to be made more and really move through us. Spirit says in the near future, society will become more aware. Obviously, it's like a awakening within consciousness itself to... It is perceived as more dimensions. I understand. That's why we really do see this 3D, 4D, 5D, construct being spoken about. It will be embarrassing to not have worked on yourself or acting from old wounding, similar how like smoking is now seen as like a negative thing. Like that's really been given birth within humanity. It's like, it's still an ego construct. However, just observing the way that, humanity is changing, like being new age and see like where I'm at. It's like I've had my number plate as woke 11 for a few years, and to me that's like cringe now, whereas like humanity kind of, everyone kind of goes to bush stuffs and stuff now, and like I can't even go to bush stuffs anymore because of I've spiritually outgrown them. I'm just gonna speak my truth. I don't really give a shit how others perceive me. It's just my truth. But kind of always being like ahead of time, the leading edge is where we really pride ourselves to be within like the collective that I channel, which is 144,000. And it is the pride, which is going against scripture, especially when there's so many mediums and divinators, etc. within Soul Tribe. But it's every nation, every tongue, every tongue specifically is what I'm pointing at there. So life-changing shifts coming, yes. Divine will is speaking to you, but you have to listen. There are so many deep and life-changing shifts happening lately, both on the collective and individual level, especially for the ones that are on the twin flame path. And just make the most of this time. Make sure that you use this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity with the higher love portal, which Venus, Neptune, North Node bring. It will help you anchor in the templates of unity, bring online immensely powerful aspects of your higher wisdom and connection to divinity, to spirit, and in short, just level up. It won't happen while you're scrolling and watching TV or endless YouTube, TikTok videos, though. Make sure you go within this week. And, meditation really is the key. And I feel like the ones that are on the leading edge are really, I just want to speak to y'all really do these things first, and then you'll see like the collective wave of humanity, whether it just be the spiritual community, like doing these things. So, see the patterns, because wisdom, awareness is the only gift. So, yeah, I hope you guys like this energy update. Ciao.